And welcome to everybody, K-Swiss Radio. Actually, it's funny because this is K-Swiss Radio. We are in our radio studio. However, we are filming it for presumably video later use somewhere. And we're on Instagram Live as we speak. Myself, Barney Waters, and my right-hand man,
Omar Prestwich.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Inside K-Swiss. We made it to episode 2. And we're going to talk about the comings and goings of K-Swiss, what's going on this week. We're going to try and keep it short, but update everybody on what we've got going on. Bear in mind, for the radio listeners, we do have some visual stuff here, so we may be talking or referring to things that are in front of us you won't be able to see, but Omar will do his best to
describe everything.
Exactly. Well, let's kick off by talking about the drip. I notice you've got the zip-up jacket on and the lid. Tell me what you're wearing today.
Yeah, so this is the new track jacket collaboration that we did with Forever 21.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
actually.
I really love it. The material's cool. It's got some awesome pocket zippers that are big, and then I love the logo that they have in the front. It goes right with the XIAN internationals.
Do you know why those 4 flags are on there?
Yeah, these are the tennis tournaments, the world tournaments.
Damn it. He's good. The 4 majors, the US Open, the Australian Open, the French Open, and Wimbledon in the UK.
What about you? What are you wearing?
Oh, don't worry about me. I mean, I'm too old to be worried, but since you asked, I am wearing the original Johnny Cupcakes t-shirt, Jonathan Cupcakeo, as I call him, a Boston lad who created his brand on Newbury Street in Boston. It's funny because Johnny Cupcake's been around a long time, and it's not like it's anything exclusive. But every time I wear this, people all over the place are always like, Johnny Cupcake. So there's like a little cult following for Johnny Cupcakes. And I got my son into it, so he's got some different versions now. And so, yeah, it's kind of a Boston thing because, you know, I lived there for 13 years and I love Boston. So
Beantown.
Yeah, the Beantown get down. But anyway, enough about me and my outfit, my t-shirt for the day. Let's move on. What are we talking about? So we're talking about news, K-Swiss news. What's new this week?
So the biggest thing that we want to talk to you guys about is Saturday is Global Coastal Cleanup Day. And as you guys already know, we mentioned before that we partnered up with Heal the Bay.
That's right.
And this Saturday, since it is Coastal Cleanup Day, you can hang out with us, come meet up with us. We're going to be in Santa Monica from 9 a.m. till noon. We're going to be at North Beach Pier, which is Tower 1550. And if you need the address...
It's going to be like
Baywatch.
Except it's us.
We'll be doing the watching.
Yeah, so International Beach Cleanup Day, September 21st. People around the world will be doing this, by the way, and cleaning up trash from the beach. You've got to bring your own gloves, bring your own trash bags, wear something on your feet, preferably the new Heal the Bay sneaker from K-Swiss.
Yes.
Which is, we have a few pairs left. The sales have been brisk. We have a few pairs left, so check those out.
You can also go on our Instagram. I just posted a photo of the shoe. We're going to do a little giveaway. And the giveaway, we want you guys to participate in the global cleanup. So you don't have to be here, but if you go out and do some good and tag or use the hashtag K-Swiss Heal the Bay, you can enter in the competition.
To win a pair of the shoes. That's great. Retail value $100, all sustainable materials. And I love this partnership with Heal the Bay because they are local. You know, they're based in Santa Monica. It's really about the Santa Monica Bay, which is a stretch of bay on Southern California that's local to us, that we swim in, that we go to on the weekend. So, you know, this idea of think global, act local. Obviously, you know, clean oceans and clean water is a global issue, but by partnering with Heal the Bay, it's us acting locally with them. They do a lot of advocacy in the region to make sure our waterways stay clear and the feeds that go into the ocean stay clean and clear. And so we've made donations to them, and proceeds from this shoe will be donated to Heal the Bay. So it's something I think we're going to continue with. This is a shoe we've launched, but there'll be more shoes coming. Some actually really exciting things that I've seen in the design room that are coming. So expect more from us and Heal the Bay in this relationship. But we're going to put our money where our mouth is, or we're going to walk the walk, not just talk the talk, by getting ourselves out on Saturday and cleaning up some plastic off the beach. talk about the shirt that we have for the occasion.
Yeah, so we have a jersey. It's a collaboration jersey with Heal the Bay. It's really awesome, some light blue colors, and a lot of people ask for them. So if you're participating and you're there with us, you could potentially get one for free.
Yeah, I used to call those a singlet.
A singlet.
Is that an English thing? Like a basketball jersey, right? It's like a sleeveless basketball jersey. Are you wearing just jersey? You're going to go white t-shirt underneath?
I do need to get my arms tanned, so I might just go plain jersey.
Okay, I'm going t-shirt underneath. It's not by choice. Everyone's told me, like, you need to wear a t-shirt underneath that. You can't.
Hey, do what you want to do, right?
You know, just, yeah, self-expression. So what about Sneaker of the Week?
Sneaker of the Week.
Is that an official section of our new pod?
Yeah, we do want to do a kind of a kick of the week or sneaker of the week because we have a lot of sneakers and a lot of you guys are posting different stuff, which is really awesome. The one that I wanted to highlight this week is a women exclusive trainer. This is the CR 329 and only for women. Thank goodness that
the colorway's women's only. It's not it's not a silhouette that's just for women's.
Exactly. But this one's, I really like the colors. Thank goodness I have small feet so I can squeeze in one of these.
Do you know what CR stands for in CR 329?
City Runner.
That's right. Actually, good. I was going to say Chunky Runner.
I mean, it is a chunky trainer. And
it definitely is.
If we're running in it, it might be a chunky runner, but...
Yeah, great colors. It's almost like a coral kind of orange color on the details with the yellow and this mustard sort of suede trims. Multiple different material types in here too. Leather, mesh, suede. Super cool, brand new color, kswiss.com.
And for the sneakerheads that follow Little Jupiter, you've seen this is the base model that we used for his sneaker.
That's right. So
that's a kick of the week.
All right.
Barney, actually, one thing I wanted to have you talk about or give us some knowledge, because as the brand president, you're always giving us a lot of great advice. You're always telling us about the brand mission and inspiring us to keep going forward. So you mentioned... Yes, we were talking about you gave advice to some person about Detroit and branding, and I just want to know if you can expand on that.
Well, actually, yeah, it was someone I know, or I've never met, but someone who follows us on Instagram and has been pretty dedicated in following up and connecting, and often emails me or hits me up on my socials and says hello, and he has his own brand, and we were actually just happened to catch me at a moment, and I said, hey, what's your number? Let me call you. And I called him and we just talked about his brand, because I felt like it was like a really missing piece in that his brand was really about himself and his family name. And I felt like he was missing the idea that a brand should be contributing to the consumer. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we hold what's really dear to us personally and assume everyone else is going to be as interested in that. In other words, if I put, Waters, my last name on my shirt, that has a lot of power for me personally, or maybe it does if that's my family name that I really hold dear. And so I just assume everybody else feels that same way about it, which they don't. In order for me to establish that, it's going to take me so much time and energy to get someone else to feel as strongly as I do. So putting yourself in your brand, I would say, is a good thing, because it's a really strong motivator to people to make things work. Mm-hmm. But I would put it on the label, inside. So it can still be about you, or the brand can be about you, but your outwardly facing message that you're selling has to be something that connects with the consumer. Now, this person happened to be from Detroit, and I felt like Detroit has so many strong, sellable qualities that you could tap into and say, hey, don't make it about your last name, make it about where you're from. And that's something that you could export out of Detroit and that we would buy into. And I remember, actually, I have a t-shirt, Detroit Hustles Harder, that I bought. I've only been to Detroit once or twice, but that's something I like to wear, because Detroit to me is about work, hustle, toughness, blue collar. It's American work city. And I think that you could sell that concept. So that was my advice to him is, you were 95% personal, 5% consumer. Flip it, make it 95% consumer, 5% personal, and that could be a better ratio.
And how are we? Great advice, by the way. That's why I wanted you to share it, because I think a lot of people ask. But what advice do you have more? Because I think one section we want to include on Inside K-Swiss is we want to talk about how we view branding in general, and I know you have some points on that.
Well, I just think Inside K-Swiss in general is something that we're really going to be leaning more into. Number one here on the podcast, but also we're going to revive Inside K-Swiss as a video series, a vlog series. I mean, if some of you may remember episodes of Inside K-Swiss, some of them had 200,000-300,000 views, and they were just showing you what we're doing. And the reason, and it's more what's the reason behind it. Okay, so why would we podcast? Why would we do videos of ourselves? And I think it really is about a few things coming together. If you look at marketing and brand communication today, there's a few trends that are really bubbling up. Number one is video content. Clearly, that's not a surprise to anyone, is that video content is really becoming more and more important as the way consumers like to consume information. Even LinkedIn is now becoming very video driven. If you notice, there's a trend on LinkedIn of people talking to camera. So you can see that still building. The second piece is transparency. I think consumers want to know about the inside of brands. Who are these people? What do they stand for? What are their values? So if I'm going to give my money to a company, I want to know what it's all about. So it was funny, actually. I gave my son a T-shirt the other day. I said, "Oh, why wouldn't you wear this?" And he said, "Well, I don't know what that brand means." He's almost like saying, I'm not going to put a logo on myself until I know what it's all about. And there it was. So transparency is about showing yourself to the consumer, talking to them, letting them inside. And the third one is education. People want to learn, and obviously social media has become making that connection much easier, where people can learn from experts. So when you combine those three things, video content, brand transparency, and education, Inside K-Swiss is really about that. Let's show people inside our company. Let's do it through video, and let's show them how the cookie is made, or whatever that expression is. And it's all wrapped under or through the lens of a sneaker company, which is, it is interesting. Everybody can relate to sneakers. So that's why we're doing this. And I think it's a lesson. There's lessons in there to everybody if you're building your own business or working with inside brands.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. That vision it's going to be the trend. I already know other sneaker companies are going to do the same thing. And one thing that we're great at here at K-Swiss is doing it first.
Right.
First sneaker for entrepreneurs, the first esports lifestyle sneaker, and there's going to be some other things coming along the way.
Yeah, and I've talked about that before too, is like when you're small, it's a disadvantage to be small. But if you can turn your disadvantage into an advantage, it means we're more nimble and have less layers of approval. So you imagine trying to do this in a big a corporate sneaker brand. You'd have to get so many layers of approval through legal, through PR, through all the different management layers, and you'd never get it done. Whereas we just can do it, and that's an advantage. So it's like the David and Goliath thing where, if you have a little small stone, you can throw it, and sometimes that can actually have a big impact. And I think this is one of those things we can do.
Well said. Let's transition to the third segment of the show that we want to do, and then we'll wrap up with a little surprise with you guys, which is shout outs.
Okay.
And going right back to the theme, what we're talking about, how we are transparent and we're an entrepreneur brand. There is this awesome guy you should follow. His name is Toygami, at Toygami. And he is
Toygami.
Exactly. Yeah, show them, Barney. And to the listeners, these are little, they're
little paper, they're made of paper. It's obviously origami, which is where the name comes from. And they're little paper models of shoe boxes wearing the shoe that was in that box. And they're just beautifully done, even with the tissue paper hanging outside of the box. This one I've got here is the Gary V Clouds and Dirt, in the Clouds and Dirt box.
Even the bottom of the sneakers has everything, all the details, what the original shoe has.
Even has the bottom here, if you can see that. You've got the Dark Clouds colorway.
Yeah. Dark Clouds.
I've got the little laces on there. And then actually this is the Bathing Ape collaboration with the K-Swiss Classic. These are just so cool. And they come in a plastic box. Where do you buy them? Do you know?
Yeah, well, you buy them right through his Instagram. You DM him, or he does also have a link to his website. So if you go at Toygami, you'll see it. And again, this is an example of how you can give people value because he sent us a care package with these, and that, you know, now he's being featured.
Yeah, and he was in the office recently, right? He came in to visit. So we are easy to find, and we're accessible, right? Usually if people want to come in, they come in, and a lot of people have come through the office and seen us, and we encourage it. You know, the better we get to know people, the better we can create better products and better brand and the whole 9 yards. What is this on the desk?
Last but not least, we have a very, very special collaboration that is happening next month. There may be a movie that you guys have heard some buzz. You're the president, Barney. I'll let you actually drop the amazing news.
Well, I mean, as you can see from this box, Breaking Bad is the series that we all fell in love with, that have a movie coming out. This box, for the radio listeners, you'd have to go on our Instagram or somewhere to see this box or find the video. And those are people who are seeing this will notice the cream colored box with the stripes along it in brown, orange, and mustard yellow, with what looked to be bullet holes in the lid. And the question is, think about Breaking Bad. What is the inspiration behind this box? And that will lead you to the shoe that's coming out soon. So this is really a teaser for one of our next special drops that's coming out in
October 10th.
October 10th. More info to come, but there's your little sneak peek at the box. And some of you who are fans of the series will know what that box is representing. All right. Anything else?
I believe that's it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, our podcast.
Oh, what about the UK
yes, thank
contest?
you. I almost forgot. So we have a awesome opportunity and competition in partnership with USC Fashion. They're a fashion collective out of the UK. Ironically, we have the shoe here. They are holding
this one?
Yeah, this is the base model that they're using. A Remix Your K-Swiss competition where you get the sneaker and then you customize it and color it the way that you want, and the winner will actually be flown out here to our Los Angeles headquarters to sit with our designers and have that shoe come to life. So follow them, check it out. If you're in the UK, for sure take advantage of this opportunity, because you never know what will happen.
Best sneaker design gets flown here to spend time here in our office with our designers.
And get to hang out with Barney and Omar.
Yeah, second place is you get to hang out with Barney and Omar. Third place is you have to stay for a week.
Hang out with Santi. That's third place.
Yeah, that's last place, the booby prize. Hang out with Santi. So yeah, that's USC Fashion. And how would you enter that?
You go on their Instagram and they have a link that goes right to the competition entry.
Okay, great. All right, thank you. Anything else?
Well,
let's wrap this up and get back to work. We have work to do here. Hope you're enjoying the series. Let us know through feedback. If you want other content, things you're interested in hearing about, let us know. We'll talk about it. If not, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.